What gamer guys, and this is it. We finally got it. Sergeant Johnson online, live, on Xbox. Finally, ready to go here. Hopefully everyone's having a great night. It's late. It is midnight, and we are now just finally seeing this. And it's crazy. It's been a long day. We got the initial kind of update going that it was going to be, released at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So those of you on the East Coast like me, at noon, which was fine. It was great. I was ready to go. Was not working today, so I was super excited we were going to be getting this. And yeah, we get the download actually right about pretty much on time. I think I saw it key up just after noon, and from there we waited for this to release on the Xbox store. It is finally out. It was on Windows a couple hours ago, so they got it a little early, and now we have it. Finally, I don't really know what else to say. I'm just really excited to get into it. I'm really excited to check it out, to play, and to try this whole thing out. So the schedule for today for this video, we're going to give it just a little bit of time. We're going to jump in. We're going to take a look at some Blitz. We're going to take a look at some multiplayer. We'll take a look at the leader tree. I'll probably do what I did last time, which is to jump into and run through on just some multiplayer firefight, just a custom match against the AI, just to work through the leader tree. We'll jump into some Blitz, mess around, take a look at making some decks, and all that good stuff. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it, hanging out with me, and yeah, I am, like I said, super happy. Finally, just ready to go, and glad that we can be bringing content for you and having a good time. A little bit of technical difficulty here, so hang with me really quick. And I need to just check something. Hopefully, again, everybody's having a good night. Hopefully you guys didn't have any problems downloading the DLC, as some people did. Some people run into the same issues that seem to pretty much have from every one that we've seen. Alright, so I think we're all set. So we're just going to jump into this. We're going to, like I said, we're going to run through Blitz. We're going to run through multiplayer. I think we're going to actually start with multiplayer. So I'm going to go in custom match. We'll just do a little bit of deathmatch. I just want to test out the leader tree. Everybody joining me today, thank you so very much. Again, Sergeant Johnson live. We're going to crank this up just a little bit. We'll go 5,000. We'll go 5,000. Let's see. We'll change up the map. We'll go. I like Badlands. Badlands, like the art. We'll make an AI. We'll go random. We'll make him normal. Sergeant Johnson, here he is in all his glory. So we're hanging out. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna just roll through this, play a little bit, test out, see if there's anything you want us to take a look at. Sloth sadly couldn't be with me. He's got to work early tomorrow, so we will be like we always do. Plenty of extra content coming. We're jumping in and just going to test him out. We actually got a chance right before he had to go to actually play 1 or 2 games. And it's cool. They've done a great job with the art style. They've done a great job with all this. We're going to just try to roll through. So leader powers here again. We did a video covering this, but remote sensors, I think, pretty solid. I'm liking it. Line of sight for all building and capture points is pretty cool. The fact that we're going to get restoration drones so early is going to be definitely what I'm going with and testing out here. So that is what we want to see. We're going to get our supply bat up. I'm going to go a pretty standard build, not try to do anything too crazy here. The fact that we have a ton of resources means that we can just kind of pump out a little bit ahead. We can get a little bit ahead here. Don't want this game to last forever. I think we'll get the armory up. We obviously got to use some Mantis and some Colossus, some Colossi. So pretty excited for that. I guess I suppose we protect our base here a little bit too. Get this whole thing upgrading, get this stuff going. You guys are quick. We've got a second base up. And we will just keep pumping it out. We do want some garages. We're going to try to go Mantis heavy here is the plan. And we'll go headquarters level 3, of course. And we'll start getting him out here. I want all the upgrades, all the energy upgrades. So many energy upgrades, I don't have energy left. But we're going to do that. So yeah, so it's just been, again, a crazy day. I sincerely feel bad for the team. And not everybody's going to agree with me on that. But it just seems like at every point, the team does what it can to get the content out, to get the updates out to us. The update, like I said, it went good for me. I haven't had a ton of problems in the past. Today I had to pause it to then queue it back up. But honestly, no real issues. Real quick here, I'll interrupt my own train of thought. The fact that we can add siphoning to standard turrets and reduce the cost of bunker and turret drops is super awesome. So that's the way we're going to go. That guy took that. That's sneaky AI. I get this Mantis over here. Everybody joining me, thank you so very much. Hopefully you guys are having a great night. We're going to put some siege turrets up here. I probably need another base to actually get some supplies. Here's my boys. We got the team. We're going to go just harass a little bit, I think. We're going to move these guys forward. We'll see what we can get going here. We'll grab this. Have you get over here and grab that. If it's still there, which probably isn't. I don't want the AI to out base build me. But yeah, so like I was saying earlier, I do feel for the team. They want to bring us good content. I think it was smart this time, to not get us too hyped for, honestly, to not get us too hyped for the DLC. But it's funny to even note that, the update goes great, everything looks like it's on point, and then they run into the issue of getting everything to the store. I don't know why I built this, guys. I'm not paying very much attention here. And so it's one of those things where it's like, I feel for them. I hate that it happened to them. And it's almost to the point where it's like they can't find, I thought they were going to find the good middle ground, I thought they were going to wait and kind of just hold off on letting anybody know about about it releasing, which they generally did. Pretty easy choice here. We'll go EMP Mac Blast. We're gonna move these guys around, take these points. But again, like I said, I think they did a good job of just kind of holding their breath and not wanting to extend too far. And then we end up having it where where it still releases late, and it takes forever to get to the store, and that just sucks. That just sucks for the team. And like I said, I think they did what they could to get it out. I don't think there was anything malicious about trying to get people hyped for it, because that's what it's all about. They want to get people hyped for it. And they just run into the issue of it took forever to get to the store, and that really bummed a lot of people out. I stayed on the forums. I mean, I was bummed out, to be honest, too. I was expecting an update, and when you get told that something's coming and it doesn't end up populating, that's when I think you start to lose a little bit of faith. And the other problem being the fact that they haven't really had a release that's gone well. And I think that's the other thing that's probably hurting the reputation a little bit. Just the fact that, like I said, they haven't had anything really go their way at this point. So we're working through these. I'm curious to see this. We're going to go mech heavy, so we definitely want to get that rolling. We got this base built up back here. We'll get some supplies rolling. We got plenty of energy. We are looking good. Like I said, I want to just crank out the mechs and just go crazy mech focused. So hopefully, again, be curious to see what you guys end up happening for you. But not too many issues with the update myself. Like I said, if you are downloading it and it is stuck for whatever reason, hopefully that's not the case. Just hop over and pause the update. Be patient with it. It took me maybe 5 minutes or so once I paused the update to kind of for it to actually register that it was paused, and then after that, I unpaused it and it started updating almost immediately, and from there I was pretty much good to go. So we're gonna upgrades the heavy machine gun to a rapid fire Gauss repeater, which is super awesome. As a long range target painting turret, painted targets receive greater damage. This is cool. I like the fact that we can upgrade these guys. I did get a chance to play a blitz game where we used Stomp, and Stomp, for me, super impressed by it. I thought it was absolutely awesome, to be really honest with you guys. Who's attacking my base? Oh man, I did not upgrade this appropriately like I thought I did. I should probably get some units over there, huh? That would be good. Get a couple of these guys pumped out. Let's see how these guys handle this. Let's see how this team handles this. Early pressure on the old base here. This normal AI is not taking it easy on me. Oh, I thought that was going to save that. I was not correct. This AI is going to give me a run for my money here. That's a lot of nightingales too. A lot of nightingales. Calling in the big guns. Solid work. Let's get them back over here. Keep the base of pumping. Interesting. This AI really is not not taking it easy on me. But I am curious to test these guys out. I do want to see how these mantis are gonna fare. Pretty good all around. I've been very impressed so far. Like I said, we've had the chance. This is cool. I do like this ability. Pretty good. The fact that we're getting that good healing going, pretty awesome. Do got to shore up some of these base defenses here. Hopefully everybody's having a good night. Thank you for joining me. Oh, we got another leader point, so I'm going to use that up. And here's what I really wanted to use. Okay, so everything's free, right? It is free. This is so cool. That right there is just so awesome. Now the turrets are not, which is interesting, which I think is good. But the fact that we can just build anything for free. Now upgrades obviously not free. So again, a balance move there, which I think is smart. That Spartan jacked my Colossus and then died, which I find hilarious. I definitely want to bring the beacon in. This is cool right here. I like this. I think this is probably going to be one of the better leader abilities that we see throughout this whole game, honestly. He's taking a power node. Oh wait. Well, we'll get that. Then we'll get the chain gun. So yeah, so just running. If you're just joining me, just running against the AI. Doing a little bit of firefight here, or firefight, just custom game, just to test the leader out, check things out, just having some fun, and really just kind of testing a lot of the different abilities. The fact that I can build everything again for free is so awesome. I do want to get to the 850. I do also want to keep pumping out the units. Keep the mantis going. We got another one. I really do want to go mech overdrive upgraded. I really do want to see how good that's going to be. I said I was going to do this. So Gauss chain gun. We're going to get that. Going to get that going. Going the vulture route, which is interesting. I'm curious to see how these guys are going to handle this. They take care of the tanks quite well. Not too terrible against the air. Sergeant Johnson, I'd like you to use your hero ability. You guys see that? Okay, you can move, right? There we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. We're doing stuff. I'm going to be honest, we just got to get a bunch of these guys. Just got to fill the army up. We'll get advanced logistics going. Get these things upgraded. And I just want to make a ton of them. We'll pump out one more of that, one more of this. Daniel, hello. Hello, hello. And Sloth, sadly, is not here. Sloth is not joining us tonight. He has to work, sadly, in the morning. So, Dylan, to balance the builds, you just still essentially still have to pay for the upgrades. The upgrades aren't doubled, but that is the top tier leader power. So that's kind of how it's balanced. It takes kind of a while to get there. And that's going to work out perfectly for us here. So I guess we fortified the base. Oh, he's really attacking this base, like a lot. Well, that's okay. I think we're going to go get our fight on here. Actually, nah, we'll bring the team. When we get over here, I'm going to mech overdrive. So yes, Daniel, there are upgrades for the Mantis and the Colossus. The Colossus gets a single upgrade for its stomp ability, and then the Mantis actually get two upgrades. They get a essentially a rocket launcher capability, and then also gets, look at this, these guys are moving now. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. So that's mech overdrive. And while they got that, we're going to just move them. It gives them invulnerability and then increased speed. So that was pretty good. But then the Mantis have two upgrades, like I was saying. One for a rocket launcher to help deal with air. And then additionally, they get a Gauss repeater is what they call it. Which just makes their base weapon much better. They get a better targeting system. So some really cool stuff, to be honest. Oh, that hurt. Oh my gosh. That's a lot of missiles there. Man, I am not faring so well against these vultures. I don't want to do this, but I guess I have to. So this was the one thing I was a little nervous about, I guess, is it does take them a little while to take down the infantry side of it, or the air side of it, because they're not the best. But as you can see, I got the Mantis upgraded there, so they're doing some good work against all of that. Let's keep up with these guys here. Wolverines, jeez, there we go. Move these guys back over. Keep these guys going. Alright, so these guys are upgraded. We definitely want more of these guys. Get one more of those guys. Upgrade this. What else do I got? We'll do a base upgrade. Oh, we probably need Sergeant Johnson back. Didn't even realize he died. And Daniel, you know, that would be really cool to have him have a big unit like that. But at the same time, I think as far as the kind of the canon goes and the lore, I think the Mantis is a good choice. I think it's pretty cool. It's definitely, you know, you got to have a new unit, you know. So I like these guys. I think they're really neat. I think the art style for them is pretty cool. And, you know, minus a little bit of slowness, I really do like them. I think they're a pretty neat overall unit. So happy with them. And hopefully you guys are too. I do like, man, they are tearing this base up, though. This is awesome. Yeah, they're just not even, why even mess with that? That was fast, guys. That was really good. Keep this guy over here. So what do we got here? Let's see if these guys will be able to go take this out. I'll be curious. Will be curious. So interesting to note as well that I might need to get this here. Interesting to note that bases are not free. Yeah, Daniel, the stream always lags just a little bit. Sorry if there's any technical difficulties. Let me know if it gets too bad. But there is a little bit of a time gap. See, we're about to finish this up. Overall, pretty good. I'm pretty impressed. Pretty impressed with this whole thing. Got plenty. Alright, curious to see how an EMP Mac Blast works. Also want to get Mech Overdrive going. Really, we're just going to tear this base apart. And that'll do, my friends. Got it knocked out. So pretty cool first look. Pretty cool that we're getting in it and testing him out. And pretty cool little army we got set up here. And I don't think your Marines are going to stand a chance here. And we'll build on all the base plots just to confirm. He took one of my Colossus. Oh, right as the stomp goes. So there we go. Good first look against the enemy AI. Pretty fun. Cranked it up to normal. Put some pressure on me. But cool, good to try out. I think he's going to be a really interesting leader, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun with him in deathmatch. Definitely has some very good potential to be a pretty defensive unit and leader. A lot of capability to do some pretty good stuff. Well, Daniel, I appreciate it. I do think we are having a little bit of issues. I'm going to attempt to make a quick fix, so I will be right back. I'm probably going to pause this and then try to get it back up and working. All right, hopefully this will work. All right, I'm hoping we're back. Hoping we are up and good to go. Sorry about that little interruption there we had. I'm having some technical difficulties just like the Xbox store did today, so I do apologize. What we will do for you, like I said, I wanted to play a little bit of deathmatch, test a few things out, and I wanted to get into some blitz. Just ran a custom match against the AI. All this stuff will be uploaded later, so you can be sure to go back and check it out. Hopefully it's good quality. If it's not, I will be uploading it and fixing the video so that you guys can check it out. Dylan, we're going to have some strategies for you. We actually already kind of worked through a single strategy. Sloth came up with the idea actually before the DLC released to try to jump into deathmatch, run double Sergeant Johnson, and see if we could kind of marine rush a little bit with bunker drops. We did that. Needless to say, it didn't go so good for us. But mostly I think because like we had seen some of the turret issues from before, where it was pretty, usually the second tier in the leader tree, putting Marines into the bunkers, you can't control what they shoot at. So we dropped 2 bunkers right in front of a base. We filled both of them up. I put 6 Marines in them, in 2 of them, so 3 in each. And they were attacking. They were doing a great job at the units that were being pumped out, but they actually didn't really do a whole lot of damage to the base. We've got some blitz stuff that we were looking at, and I'm actually going to jump over. Speaking of that, I think I'm going to jump over, crack some packs, chat with you guys, and see what you guys think. Let me know. Have you guys been able to? I'm very curious. Did you guys have any issues with the download or the update today? minus the fact that it took us like 12 hours to get the stuff on the Xbox store, which was super frustrating. And I waited pretty much all day, like I'm sure a few of you guys did out there. So, I talked about it before. I feel for the team. It sucks. Some of it I'm sure was out of their hands and out of their control. But at the same time, I don't know. It seems like every month we have an issue. The first time that we get a DLC on time with no issues will be crazy, and I think they tried to do it right today, where they didn't give us a huge ton of hype time ahead of time, to get people all anxious and all looking forward to a specific date. And they put out, I think what was a smart move to let people know in the morning, and 9 a.m. Pacific time, they said, hey, it's releasing, and the update came out at about that time, and then you run into all these problems with the Microsoft and Xbox store, and here we are at midnight on the same day, or the next day rather, finally being able to do it. So Deadpool, try taking a look. People are having this issue. Go into the store itself, or go into Halo Wars, go to manage your game, and just make sure you updated and downloaded like the 10 megabyte leader pack. You have to then install it. It takes like 2 seconds. Then you'll have to reboot your game. And that's one of the issues. So you can update the game. You can actually get your Blitz packs in game. But if you don't download the leader pack and then restart your game, you're not going to be able to select him. So we're going to go. We're going to open some Blitz packs here. We're going to take a look. We got the Sergeant Johnson packs here. We'll flip through them. And we're going to see, I'm going to be curious to see what levels we can get these guys to. I also stored up. You saw I got 12 additional packs. I always do that right before the DLC's released to see if we can pick up some other cards and kind of help balance out some of these other things, because we don't want Sergeant Johnson to come in and be really weak. I want to be able to use him right off the bat. So having a couple veteran levels would be good. Happy to get Colossus. Happy to level that Mantis up. And happy to level this Siege turret up. Really like the Siege turret. And there we go, boom. He's halfway to level 2. Super happy about that. Let's see what else we got here. Another Mantis. Leveling up that Colossus. EMP Mac Blast. So, did have a chance. Played one Blitz game with Sloth right before we started streaming. And EMP Mac Blast, pretty cool. Mech Overdrive, also really cool. I do like this. It does definitely last a lot longer in multiplayer than it does in Blitz for sure, which is nice. And boom, level 2. That's a great way to start this. That's going to make me very happy if we can get him leveled up pretty good. EMP Mac Blast, pretty small AoE. The stun, not a huge stun from what we've been able to see. Only lasts just a few seconds. But overall, not bad. Pretty good damage. So I think a pretty good all-around. Mantis level 3, I'll take that. Colossus on its way to level 3. Mantis really going to get to level 3. Veteran Mantis is one I really do hope we can upgrade as well. As you guys can see, it's got the rocket pod there, and it's also got that Gauss repeater, is what they're calling it, which is super cool. Pretty good unit overall. Got 2 more of these packs here. Crank through this. Another Colossus. I really do hope we got to get that guy to level 3. Bunker Drop. Definitely want to upgrade this as well and get this going. Veteran Mantis. All right. Leveling that up. And Mech Overdrive up to 2. Pretty happy. So far, so good. Pretty good spread. Like I said, if we get everything about to level 2, a couple things up to level 3, I'd be very happy with that. That's almost going to be level 4. Level 3 right there. Boom. Perfect. That puts me just about on par. Level 4. Wow. Puts me just about on par for the rest of my deck. Rest of the cards. So that's pretty good. Bunker Drop level 2. I'll take that. I will take that. All right, not bad. Not a bad start. And I got 12 other packs. So let's see how this goes. Hopefully get lucky. Hopefully the stream luck kicks in here. You guys bring me some good luck. Ironclad on. Ooh, Ghost in the Machine. Which means this is going to be a good one. Ah, Scarab Assault. Not terrible. Not terrible. Just don't ever use it. 300 energy for me to spend. It's tough. It's tough, especially for a unit that does not actually stay on the battlefield. That's my biggest problem with it. I'd rather have a hero unit. That's just how I've always been. Nightingale, like to get those. So, I have noticed with the packs. Here's a little tip for you guys. Those of you that are open in packs for Blitz. If you start out with an uncommon being the second card, typically, your next couple cards, they're all going to be higher, uncommons or higher. That's how the packs always work. You always open the lowest cards first. So as soon as you start to see the first uncommon, you're going to start to ramp up on the rarity. So here's a rare, which means that those last two cards could either be rares or they could be legendaries. So let's test this out. Close air support, level 3. We got a second rare, Living Barrier. This would be awesome if this was a legendary. Nope. Another rare, which is fine. All fine. 3 rare pack, pretty solid. Enduring Locust, super good. Not a bad pack there. Not a bad pack at all. Alright, jump into this. Keep cracking these packs. Elite Rangers, Blister back up to level 5, beautiful. Locust up to level 5, beautiful. Enduring Blister back. And Reactive Marines. Okay, not terrible. Some good levels up. Finally starting to get some cards. Man, we've been facing some people the last couple of days. I'll tell you, anybody in their 40s, level 40 and level 50, scares me. Only because their cards have the potential to be so high. And that sucks. It's hard. That difference in health and damage is tough to make up sometimes. Kind of a poop pack there. And honestly, have not seen any Sergeant Forge cards. Sergeant Johnson cards. Got our Grizzly right there. Gotta love the Engineer. Spike Turret. Shockwave. And Armored Marines. Alright, alright. So I don't know. This is actually going to be interesting to look at. Again, I haven't seen any Sergeant Johnson cards in these packs, which makes me think because I got them before the DLC released, that maybe these packs were already predetermined, and I might not be opening any of those, of his new cards, which would be really interesting, actually. Trooper Hornet and Archer Missiles. I will have to test this out. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a pack quick enough here to be able to take a look at that. Grunts. Extractor Marines. I've been using the Extractor Marines more. There we go. Jerome, level 2. Okay. Okay. I was about to say, some of these packs were not giving me too much luck. Kodiak. Nightingale. Another Nightingale. And the old veteran Jackrabbit. I really do think that for the most part you can make a pretty effective deck with just commons, which is good because I'm getting a ton of them here. There. Okay, so I was wrong. So I just proved myself wrong. There we go. Veteran Mantis. I got these packs way before the DLC released, so I answered my own question here. Ironclad Wraith. And Mac Blast. So cool. So there is probably some amount of it taking a look at the balance of your cards. So hopefully we can balance a few more Sergeant Johnson cards out of this would be great. Because they are all pretty low for me. Another Enduring Locust. Been seeing a few of those. I'll check you later, Dylan. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you watching. And please do, and like I said, plenty of other strategy and content and videos coming, so stay tuned to the channel, as I know you will. I appreciate the support, my brother. Double Prowling Reaver. If this is I was going to say, if that was a Prowling Reaver, ooh. Suicide Grunt, Cyclops, Aggressor, Sentinel, Bulwark. What's this? Wow, Mag Blast getting leveled up. And we're out. That's it. That's it for the packs. That was the last one. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to jump into a deck. We're going to take a look. And this is what we had tried out earlier. And I think I'm going to continue to tweak with it. I think I may replace the standard Mantis, actually. As much as I want to use the new cards, they replaced this. I do think we need to get the Cyclops in here. Wolverine, I think, is good. Marines, we got to have. Extractor Marines, I think we got to have. I think this is okay. I might get away from EMP, and I might put the Vulture in here. I do need some top-end air. So we're going to try this. We're going to try this out. The strategy here being that I really want to get in, and I want to try to get that bunker drop really early. That's my plan. I want to be able to put the starting army into the bunker. That's what I want to do. We're going to search this up. We'll see if we can find ourselves a game here and get this going. Hopefully everybody's having a good night. If you're watching this the next day, I appreciate you checking it out. Like I said, got a lot of content coming. Kind of sucks that this released as late as it did. I know Sloth really wanted to be here with me, but he's an adult, sadly, and has to work tomorrow pretty early. So that's just how it goes. But we will be at it. We will be working it. And we will be bringing lots of extra content coming over the course of this next week. We're going to do all the standard stuff that we always do. We're going to provide some deck guides. I'll probably do a 1v1. We'll look at doing some 2v2 builds. We're going to update our spreadsheet, take a look at the specific units. We'll break down Sergeant Johnson's hero unit as well. And we're also going to work, I think, a little bit more heavily on our deathmatch strategy. We really do. For me, I want to get better, and I think Sloth's in the same boat. But we also want to be able to provide you guys some strategies that you can use to at least be competitive and be successful. Like I said, we're not pros, so that's not always going to happen for us. But hopefully we can at least give you some good pointers, some good tips, and maybe give you a few things that you might not know about that'll help you kind of be a little bit better with the leader. And that's what we're going to try to test with and find out ourselves. And interesting to see with Sergeant Johnson kind of how the meta is going to go as well. Daniel, welcome back. Thank you for always being here. Thank you for the support. I do appreciate it. We finally got in a game here. I went the wrong way. We're going to try this out. Technicolor. It's good to see you, man. If you're watching this, which you're not, I appreciate your support. Well, we're going to test this out. We got, other things. 3 new achievements for this. I don't know what they are because my Xbox hasn't updated, but there's 3 new achievements with the new DLC. We have 2 new map skins. This is actually one of them. There's also Nocturne, which is a night-based map, which I actually think is, this one's cool. I do like the Nocturne better, but so same map, just different skin. It's nice. It's a good visual change of pace. It almost makes you feel like you're playing somewhere else when you're not. But it is cool. Like I said before, a couple other videos, it's a good step forward. But I think they do need to take this, and they hold pretty strong to the adage that they want the only thing for Blitz to be isn't to be map variants. They want it to be, a variance in, let's see if we can get this. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to be able to get to that energy, I don't think. Where is the bunker? Oh my gosh. I want to call this bunker in, guys. There we go. We're just going to put those guys in there. That's my whole plan. That's my whole plan right there. Get that out. Get it going. Sorry, I'm focusing. You guys know me. I always focus. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Stay here. Stay home. I don't really have a good thing. Let's see if we can go get C, I guess. I mean, I'm getting the energy, so I'm not mad about that. I'm actually just going to keep these guys over here. What's he got coming in? What is that? That's a vulture, so I'm going to do this. Build that. And then we're going to wait for a Vanguard Wolverine. That's what we're going to do. Call that in. And you're sending that guy over there to kill those guys, which is interesting. That's fine. Just remember, guys, you can give up the early points. Parker, I'm not mad at you, actually. Not mad at all, my friend. I'm glad you could come and join me. And hopefully you're having a good night. We're going to try to win this first Blitz game here with Sergeant Johnson. Oh, my goodness. Okay. We're going to back off from that. I think we bring this in. You know what? Nah. Nah, guys. We bring this in. Look at this guy. Look at this beast. He's good, man. I'm good, Parker. I'm glad you were able to. I'm glad you were able to check him out. We waited forever for him, so it's good we finally got him. That sucks. It's kind of far away. We're gonna bring this into. We're going to get the energy advantage here, and then I'm hoping... Let's go make this fight. We're going to fight. We're going to pull these guys off. Let's save them. I can get a veteran Cyclops in here as well, which I'm going to do. I actually want to bring this guy over here. Deadpool, if you're still with me, which you're probably not, thanks for joining the stream. Thanks for hanging out. It's always fun to have you guys around. So this is a fight I'm okay having too. And this is definitely a fight I'm okay having. Get the stomp ability going here. I really am curious to see. That's a decent amount of damage, guys. That's a pretty good amount of damage. I'm going to be honest with you. Keep this alive. Get this up here. I realized I made a mistake. I don't have anything really too fast that's going to be able to go pick this stuff up. Realize that was the mistake I made, friends. That was a bad one. Oh, let's just pull back out of here. We'll get Sergeant Johnson in here. Bring his get his healing ability going as well. I mean, I guess I'll take the energy. Bring that in. What's over there? I think this is definitely a fight we can win here. We'll bring this secondary one in as well. That works. Yeah, it's interesting, Parker. I'm not sure. Oh, goodness. Not sure why it's not coming up. You know, that is interesting. Alright. Got a Mantis in here, veteran style, super good. Super, super good. And I think we're setting up okay, guys. I think we're going to be good. I'll take these guys. We'll get them over here. I think we're set. I think we're going to be okay. Actually, can I? No. I was going to say. That sucks, kind of. There's a W. I went into focus mode. I'm sorry, guys. But yes, pretty good. The bunker drop, super solid. It essentially locked me down B the whole time. And I didn't have to worry about it. I didn't have to do anything for it. Obviously, we ran the energy collection there. No problems with that. But, you know, in a little bit of a fight back and forth. But I was really able to get established there and not having to really worry about 1 point because you can put the bunker on there. Super good. I had to cycle through every single card. So I don't think that's going to be standard either. So it's going to be interesting to kind of see how he plays out. But I do think, you know, being able to team him up and get a bunker drop in and get some things going is going to be pretty good. I am really curious. I have to look to see. Yeah, see, I don't know. I wonder if a hard power cycle would fix this. We will let you know what the achievements are here in a second once we get it going. But I do want to know what they are. I know there's 3. I could probably look them up, but I'm being lazy. We're going to jump into another Blitz game. We're going to run that same deck. I did like it. I think it sets up pretty good. The thing that I've noticed playing against the AI, playing this Blitz game, is just the fact that the Mantis and the Colossus they definitely aren't the best against the air units. And that reflects in the cards. It's obviously easy to see, but it's interesting for me because I was hoping they were going to be a pretty balanced unit. And we're going to get ourselves probably a pretty good fight here. They seem to be a pretty balanced unit, so I was kind of hoping they were going to be the same. And I think you're going to have to rely pretty heavily. Oh, nice, we got Nocturne. And we're going Johnson on Johnson, so Johnson duels. But it'll be interesting to see. I think being able to pair them up appropriately is going to be very important. With the respective Wolverines to make sure that you can cover the air. But so far, I'm liking them. I think they're pretty good. Veterans, definitely the way to go. The extra energy, in my opinion, is pretty solid. And Parker, I actually didn't. I got really close. I still haven't finished it up yet because I was working through a lot of the achievements. So that is definitely on my list of games to finish up and to knock down, which I definitely do want to do. Hopefully I get the bunker early here. No, I didn't. Let's see what this guy does. I wonder if this is going to be really funny if this turns into a bunker fight. Get rid of them. That was the wrong card, so. I need to get this. Well, that did not go how I wanted it to. Let's see, I can get Marines and Extractor Marines. And I can get them over here quickly-ish. That's fine. You know what? We're just going to take this. I'm in try-hard mode, guys. I don't want to lose this one. Let's see what we get here. Now, this is the one thing that I was a little worried about with this. Was the fact that they could go pretty heavy infantry spam spawn, which is exactly what they've done. So, interesting. Interesting. Don't walk into that, guys. Come on. Luckily, those are fast. Gonna try to win the energy war here is my goal. We're gonna gear up here. And yeah, the Parker, yes. The addition of that cursor is just the best thing that's ever happened to this game, in my opinion. Not the best thing, but one of the best things. It is definitely hugely beneficial and a much needed addition. And that was a good missile. That works out well. Where are you going? Stay here. Stay home. So he's got a Johnson. And I've got one of those. So let's see how this goes. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Gotta get those. Actually, we'll keep these guys up here. I'm in tryhard mode again, guys. But we've got it pretty well locked down here. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Well, you're going to do that. I think I'm going to do this. Oh, he went down. That sucks. Ooh, there's the Mac Blast. Pretty good. I'm going to get cheeky here again, guys. So we want to win. And we're at 1 point away. Boom. Got it. Can I do a Mantis only game? We kind of sort of did that, Daniel, at the start with the multiplayer. It's tough, but we could definitely do that. We'll look to do that. Johnson has 3 upgrades. I think the first one gives him a extra DAC capability. The second one, I think, upgrades to include a shield to his aura healing beam. And then the third one, I can't remember off the top of my head, I believe is just increased attack damage. I'm not actually sure what the upgrade is. The bunker does have a ton of health, and that's where I think you're going to see Locust be really good. I also think you're going to see like your Cyclops get a little bit of extra work because they seem to be pretty good against it. Yeah, so I think some of the cards like Cyclops, I think, is actually one of the better units in the game. I think you're going to see them kind of ramp up as people really start to enjoy and play with Sergeant Johnson, which it's so hard to not say those kinds of things and then laugh. But it does have a lot of health and it can stay for a while. So I was able to lock down C there for quite a bit with just putting that bunker kind of in the back corner a little bit, throwing some units into it. So it's pretty solid. And Daniel, yeah, I agree. I think, especially having played a lot of Halo Wars 1, that's one of the things where, Halo Wars 1, it had the units had a lot of upgrades. And I think that was the one thing that made that, I won't say more skill-oriented, because I don't think there's a ton of skill in this game required. But I think that's what made the regular multiplayer and the deathmatch modes and things like that really interesting, because if you went the wrong upgrade route, or say you tried to rush a specific strategy and the person went the counter upgrade route, they would absolutely tear you up, or you'd tear them up. And once you learn the meta a little bit, if you didn't diversify your army, you could get pretty much pounded on. In this, because there's so few upgrades, the units are so good when they start. And the fact that you can speed up unit builds to get specific units. So say you're facing a heavy air rush. The fact that if it's a mid game, you can really start pumping out Wolverines or whatever you're using, Reavers, so quickly because of the fact that you can build units faster. So there's definitely a lot of similarities, but a lot of differences. And I think some of those differences, with what was originally thought to maybe be meant to, maybe speed games up, I think have actually extended games in certain instances. And we did pretty good there. The fact that we won every category doesn't really mean a whole lot. But it was a solid game. We definitely had some fights back and forth. I just think the capability, we'll take a look at the deck here again. The capability to keep some of the pressure on and have some of those higher costing cards is really what turned the tide of the battle. Additionally, he didn't have as much anti-air focus as I did, and the fact that he didn't and I had the vultures, I think really helped me. So you're right, Daniel. It was reserves, though, gave you extra population. It didn't necessarily. It made units faster, but I don't think at the same speed that we see this game capability to pump out. And I think that's the big difference. I think they jacked it up just a little bit too much to the point where if somebody in this game is bringing a very one-sided army towards my base, we'll use air as the best example, and maybe my army gets wiped out. If I'm maxed on advanced logistics, and have enough resources, I can almost crank out enough anti-air units to keep up with them. Now, if they're smart, they attack the respective garage or foundry, but I just think it's one of those things where the fact that you can pump out so much so fast that the main base makes the Marines, it's just, I don't know. That's in combination to a lot of other things. And like you said, the fact that right, and Daniel, you're absolutely right. They did train faster. I think the big point being it was how much faster. And the speed at which we're seeing now, I just think is cranked up a little too high. And I think that's where they get into a little bit of trouble. But again, the same token, the fact that there's not a ton of upgrades, the fact that you can't specialize certain units and certain leaders, I would like to see, some more of the specific units, which I think we're getting with the DLC leaders, which is really cool. The fact that we get the Mantis, we get the Colossus here, is really neat. Let's take a look at the deck really quick. And I just want to talk through a little bit some of my unit selection here. We're going to continue to refine this as we go. Because we do want to bring you guys some good deck guides, as we always have. But this is what I just used. Overall, honestly, not bad. I think the big thing that I'm missing here is the fact that I don't have a fast unit to grab energy. That was the one thing that really slowed me down. I had to make some pretty rough calls as far as what I needed to bring in to grab energy. So I think it's tough to not want to take out. So I don't want to take out the Marines because I do want to be able to put them in the bunker. And I do think having Cyclops is really solid for the fact that if we are seeing a lot of Sergeant Johnson, the fact that the Cyclops can really help us take down the Mantis and the Colossus is going to be really good. So I am going to take, I think we have to make this move. I think this is solid. Yeah, Parker, 40 energy, bunker drop, super good. Super, super good. And Daniel, yes, they are going to be bringing campaign missions in, they said, in summer DLC. So whatever that means. They have 2 campaign missions. That's been basically confirmed. It's just a matter of when, not if. And as we look at this, I do not know. Part of me wants to take out the Wolverine, but I do think we need that. I guess we could just rely on the Standard or the Vanguard. Colossus just has so much health. It's so good. And we do like the top end. I can put Cyclops into the bunkers as well. Extractor Marines, the fact that they stay alive, pretty solid. That gives them some staying power. I almost think we go here. I think we take this Wolverine out. We do a secondary Cyclops. So let's take a look at the deck. And yeah, Parker, you're 100% right. The bunker really, uh, I mean, it holds the points itself. It's insane. It's insane how good it can be. Um, because, like you said, it is so hard to kill. 4 infantry slots, super good. Here's my thought process here. So we'll talk the deck, and then we'll probably jump into one more. Um, Assuming we're going to see a lot of Sergeant Johnson being used, people are going to want to use him. They're going to want to be able to put the Mantis in there. They're going to want to be able to put the Colossus in there. I want to go heavier anti-vehicle focus. So we'll run the Standard and the Veteran Cyclops, again, because we can put them into the bunker. They're going to help us take down respective bunkers. We run Extractor Marines, again, for the same token. We can put them in the bunker, and the fact that they have that extraction capability is super good, so they have some longevity by themselves. We'll run the Warthog for the capability grab energy. That's pretty self-explanatory. Vanguard Wolverine, super good. Always happy to have that. We'll run the Siege Turret as our essentially our siege unit. So something we would drop, on top of the ridges and such like that. Good timer on that, so no issue there. Veteran Mantis, pretty good overall unit, good staying power, good health. Shield, always helpful. Colossus and Vulture and Sergeant Johnson will just be our real top end. And no, you can't see what enemies are in the bunker, as far as I know. Now, some of it I think could be given away. For the sole fact of like Veteran Cyclops, I think you still are able to see some of their different shooting, if you will. I don't think it's like a standard bullets that come out. If you just put anything in there, I think the animation stays the same, so you might be able to make some guesses. But no, you cannot see until the bunker is destroyed what they have in there. And Daniel, Sergeant Johnson can get in the bunker. I think that's what you're referring to. He can actually get in the bunker himself, which is pretty good too. Now, you can't trigger his ability. That's the only thing with these. So I think he's a little bit lost. If you do put him in there, the fact that he can heal and is healing, what is it called? I called it it's a beacon of some sort. Oh, that was the wrong button. His repair beacon. There we go. Is that power is just so good. I think that makes him one of the better leaders just because of that. I would have liked to see him maybe have rush or one additional kind of universal ability, passive ability, if you will. Because I think shield just doesn't do him enough justice. I think if he would have had a rush or maybe unit boost or something. Maybe his boost only affects mechs or vehicles, maybe. I think would have been really interesting. Okay, yeah, I apologize, Daniel. Yes, he can still train Cyclops. The Mantis takes place of the Warthog in his Foundry build, or not Foundry, of his garage build. And Parker, yeah, 100% right. Like, that's why my whole plan for that deck, at least initially for that first point, I'm going to try to get a bunker in there. I'm going to put as many of the starting units as I can. I'm going to drop them in. I'm going to bunker them up. And I'm probably just going to leave it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do one more. So far, so good. Running pretty good against in 1v1s. I'm liking this deck. Again, we'll continue to tune it and continue to work with it. I do need to try out the 3 Mantis army, but I think that might set up because there has some really good potential for Sergeant Johnson to honestly be a really good siege defensive-based leader. The fact that he can drop in, still use a Kodiak, the fact that he can drop in the siege turret, and the fact that he could drop the bunker up on OP Ridge or any of the ridges, makes him pretty capable of setting up some good long range and some defensive posture for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. And that's why I think I'm gonna try this out. We'll see how having an extra Cyclops instead of Marines helps in there. The fact that they can't shoot air is a little bit of a drawback, but I do think, especially if we see a lot of people playing Sergeant Johnson, we're definitely gonna want the capability to fight those vehicles. And Daniel, you're absolutely right. I think everybody knew this was coming, or at least really thought, especially once we learned that they were going to be a little silly with the leaders, that they weren't going to stay with canon, that they weren't going to worry about who's alive, who's dead. Just goes to show you that I think they talk they're going to have a pretty good balance of UNSC and banished leaders. I think it's right on that we probably pretty much always knew he was coming. But they've done a great job with him. Oh my gosh. Nubcake may own me. We will see. I hope he plays Sergeant Johnson too. That would be awesome. Here's the thing. If he plays Sergeant Johnson, his cards are not going to be a billion times better than mine are. Which is what we've been seeing, honestly. Anytime I see somebody this high, it does concern me a little bit because I honestly can't fight him. Oh no. We're going to get owned, guys. This is going to be bad. I have not seen, of the Blitz games that I've played today, I've not seen the standard map, which I'm super happy about. I like these new map reskins. But I would really like, in the future, I hope for one of the next DLC, we do see a different Blitz map. I would love to see that. And Grunt Mech would be awesome. Would be awesome. Forge is great. I do like Colony. I think they did an absolutely fabulous job with that as well. I've been really happy with the DLC leaders that have come out. I thought Consano was really cool too. Yeah, Parker, that would be the thing too. I was just thinking about if you did do a I have to move this guy strategically. Yeah, see, I knew that was coming. I knew that was going over there, guys. I don't know if he's going to be able to beat that. We'll see. I knew that was coming. And I don't think I got any of that. I did not. Oh, man. Guys, we're screwed. Alright. This is what I hate. I have to cycle so far for this. That's my whole deck. I just cycled my whole deck. Oh, we're so screwed. What does he have over here? Infantry, infantry, and lots of infantry. This is all not good for me. So I'm really curious to see how this works here. Let's see how much this takes out. I'm going to see if this destroys that. It destroyed that. Well, there you go. There's your answer. There's your answer on how to take care of this. This is not going well. This is not going to end well for me. Just want everybody to know that ahead of time. Yeah. So here's the problem here. Look at that. Level 8 are Elite Rangers, level 6. Level 8 Jump Pack Brutes, and that's all this guy's going to do this whole game. Which is the problem I have with this. This is why... which is the only reason why this is a little frustrating. I can contest the zone. That's about all I'm going to be able to do. He's got the energy advantage. I can't even kill these guys. Man. This is rough. And he's going to take this too. This guy's good. He's good. He knows he has to grab the energy. Really solid. That's really solid. I need to get Sergeant Johnson in there. I don't know. I think that's my only hope. I'm sorry. I'm letting everyone down. Now, if I could get that back up. I'm trying to think here, guys, what I can do. I mean, you're little... I mean, I'm sorry. I am a little too smart to fall for that. And there's the vortex. Oh, man. I'm not going to get a single point here. Terrible. Terribly played. Well, like I said, not a pro, so I'm okay. He smoked me on the energy, guys. That's not what killed me. But it definitely didn't help. And I mean, he ran kind of a spammy deck. I mean, I didn't see a ton of locusts, but he just cycled through to his infantry. And you can do that. That's a strategy. That is definitely a strategy. I'm afraid to queue up one more because we may end up playing the same person. I'm going to try one more. I think we're going to do one more, and then we'll probably leave it at that, get a little bit of sleep, and then start hitting the videos hard tomorrow. Because, again, we do want to bring some good stuff for you guys for the rest of this week and weeks to follow. I do have to ask, straw poll out there, while we're searching for this game, how many of you checked out the Games for Gold for Lara Croft, Temple of Osiris? And if you did check it out and you've downloaded it, I'd be curious to see what you guys think on it. Me and Sloth, we had a ton of fun making the video that we put up the other day about it, and it is a game that it's hard for me to not play because it's so easy to pick up and just have some fun with. Unreal number 12. Please just use Sergeant Johnson. I just want to get a Johnson on Johnson fight here. Yes. Okay. We're going to see if my strategy pays off here with the Cyclops. Alright. I'll also be interested to see what starting army this guy uses. If he uses the Mantis starting army, he's in trouble. Because I'm going to go straight fight. I'm going to go straight up. 1v1. I'm going to bring my army to his army, and we're going to brawl. I'm also curious to see if I have to cycle through my entire deck to find the bunker again. Which, if they do that, and I am going to do some testing, if they do that and they made that RNG work so that I couldn't get it within my starting cards, it's going to be pretty good. That was a smart move on them, on their part, especially with this army. Ooh, he went those. Oh, this is going to be awesome. perfect, perfect, perfect. I want to get in and I want to fight those things. Oh, and there's my bunker too. Oh, it is on like Donkey Kong. Alright, is it going to be above A? I think so. Let's go there. Because then I'm just going to get Extractor Marines. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I was wrong. Got it. Got it, guys. That was so solid. Ooh. I don't know if that's a fight I want to have. That's fine. We can give up B. Totally okay giving up B. That's okay. Give that up too. Totally fine. Wow, they took that out. That did not make it. That did not survive. That was not good. That's okay. We can give up some early points. Are those all seriously on his side? Oh my gosh. I can't believe that. Well, he's going to help me get that energy, though. Well, that's fine. Oh, that did not survive very long. So let the siege turret take care of this. I can't believe those energy all spawned by that guy. That was insane. Can't leave your point defenseless, my friend. I'm taking this. I want to get this over here too. I think what am I going? Where am I doing? We're in a good fight here, and I'm focused. And this is what I want right here. That's fine. That's okay. We're going to move these back. We're going to get this in here as well. I'm going to pull these back. Ooh, that was good. That was solid. We're going to see. This is going to be close. I don't know if these guys are going to be able to take this, but maybe with the siege turret. Man, I cannot take that down. I'm having a hard time with the bunkers, guys. We knew this was going to be the case. That's got to kill those guys. That's not going to work. It's close. Man, they just got whooped. I just can't break through this right here. That's my problem. It's not enough. That's my problem. I can't get enough in here. I think we got to bring the team. Good game. Good game. Solid. I just couldn't break through. I couldn't break through that bunker that he had set up, which was really good. Blast units. It seemed like they were a good capability to take against those, because that pretty much smokes those things. And we had a pretty good early fight. We won the energy war pretty well. But his team, his little core team that he had there, the Wolverines were really able to take down my Vulture, which hurt me, because I spent a lot of energy to try to keep those things up. If I could have kept the initial one, I think I would have been okay. But the fact that that one got taken down is, I think, really what set me behind. And my phone is telling me that that was a good idea. And the things that I just said were really smart. But yeah, good game. Good game overall. Rank 42, so obviously knows what he's doing. I'm not sure. I'd have to look. Parker, maybe you were paying a little bit more attention than I was. I think he might have been just slightly ahead of me on veteran level. I'm not sure. It didn't seem like enough that I wasn't still doing the damage that I needed to take that down. So I'm not gonna like point fingers and say like the game before that where the dude smoked me was because he was better than me, but two, because he did have some pretty high powered up units. I need to see. That's actually a good question. I think the one thing that Sergeant Johnson may not have is a bunker capability. And I'll tell you what, before I do that, I wasn't kidding about going Johnson to Johnson. You can see the two starting armies here. The starting army on the right, the bunker down starting army, was absolutely demolished that mech offense starting army. It was awesome. That early fight, honestly, is what gave me so many points, and I think really helped me kind of get ahead on that energy fight, because the two Cyclops, they don't stand really much of a chance against the mechs, and you know, typically in the start of the game, you're probably calling in some Marines or some type of infantry as well. So having the sniper in there is just freaking brutal. Again, it depends on your play style, depends on your strategy, depends on what you like to do. But I'm telling you guys, bunker down to me, obviously you're pretty soft against air, but you don't see a lot of people using Anders anyways. If it's me, I'm going bunker down, and I'm running that starting army. Now, obviously, if you're not a fan of the bunker and you don't want to use it, then maybe you do try the mech offense just because it is a little bit more balanced. But you guys can see from the beginning of that last fight and this last battle that we had that I didn't even have the full team over there, and we did a pretty good job against that mech offense. Now, I do want to look. I don't know. This is a great question. I don't think he has any blast capability. Okay, he does not. He does not have any blast capability, which is really interesting. And it's also interesting, I don't know, and we'll have to run the numbers. We'll have to run the numbers to see, but I would be interesting to see what ends up being better. If this ends up being better overall, or if actually this ends up being the better choice. Now, obviously, we want to use the Colossus. Guys, we do. We want to use the Colossus. Everybody wants to use it. That's what we're here for. But at the same time, saving yourself 20 energy, especially in a 1v1 fight, saving yourself 20 energy, and I'm going to be honest, I think this is overall might be a better damage dealing unit. It's going to be interesting to see. We'll run the numbers. We're going to update the spreadsheet. That's on the list of things to do in the coming week. But he had Scorpions, and they were super solid. They actually helped him quite a bit, because they're better. They're better against infantry. They are good. They are great against vehicles, and they're better technically against air. I think this is something we're gonna have to do kind of a side by side on to really see. I'd be really curious about these two. And the fact that is interesting too. No blast unit, so no blast unit for him. Which seems to be a pretty hard counter, to the bunker itself. Now, obviously, you're still getting a great value out of the bunker, but that's where I think when you start to talk maybe 2v2s, you look to maybe have that in there, because I do think you're going to see a lot of this. I think you're going to see a lot of the bunker drop. I think you're going to see a lot of more so heavy on the infantry type spawn, and honestly, I think that can be a meta changer for sure. So being prepared for that is going to be important. And yeah, Parker, I think we're on the same page here. You want to use it, like I said. You want to use it because it's cool. It is cool looking. And I keep hitting the wrong button. It is super cool looking, and it does have a lot of health. I think that's where maybe it steps up just a slight tad over the Scorpion in health. I think it at least feels, without running the numbers, it at least feels like it's got a little bit more health. But I really do think, running these two side by side, I think this might be the better damage dealing unit. I do. It will be interesting. It will be interesting. All right, guys. Well, it is now 2 o'clock in the morning, and I think that's going to just about wrap it up for me. I want to say a big shout out to everybody watching now. Parker, Daniel, everybody else that stopped by. Thank you so very much. We do appreciate it. If you didn't get a chance, like Parker, I know you didn't, make sure to go back, check the rest of this out. We had some technical difficulties a little bit at the beginning. So if that stream upload didn't work or doesn't come out great, don't fear not. I actually have a hard copy saved to my computer, so I will be uploading that. We'll get that going, and then, stay tuned. Stay tuned for the rest of this week. Like I said, we got a lot of content coming, doing the stuff that we've always done, but bringing some strategy guides. Once I finally figure out what the achievements are, we'll try to bring some achievement guides for some of that stuff as well, if it's not overly too simple. And yeah, super excited. Sergeant Johnson finally out, finally playable. Glad to get our hands on him. Happy with him. He's super cool, and looking really forward to testing out the strategies, testing him out. Again, I still hold true, especially to the fact now that I've been able to play just a couple games with him. I think he's going to be really, really great at defense, honestly, and really interested to try out and keep working on and get better at our deathmatch strategies. So thank you again, guys, everybody that stopped by. I really do appreciate it. We're looking to and hoping we can do some more streams here in the future, and obviously get Sloth involved and working with those as well. So thanks so much. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Thank you so very much. All the support over the channel has just been absolutely fantastic this last couple months. Huge shout out to everybody too for checking out and hanging out with us and watching our Sergeant Johnson reveal video. I think that was the first video that we had hit over 2K views in just about a 24-hour period, which is awesome. That's unheard of for our channel, at least, and all the extra subs and all that stuff. Just glad we can be growing our audience a little bit, but also be growing our community. So feel free to join us on Twitter, Average Gamer Guys, and Average Gamer Guys Club. We've had a couple of new members been joining over the past couple of days, which is always awesome to see. Plenty of people on there looking to play Halo Wars and all those other great games. And Parker's there too, so you can hang out with him. He's a pretty cool dude. So just a good place. We accept everybody. So just shoot an invite. You'll get an accept probably pretty fast after you shoot that. And we'd love to hang out and chat with you guys there as well. So thank you guys again. Hopefully you all have a great night. And like I said, look forward to getting some good content out for you the rest of this week. Thanks for watching.